Hey guys, my name's Matt,
John?
and we are covering the EA and Ubisoft conference.
Been a lot of coverage, a lot of games to talk about in this video. Since we didn't have a conference for EA right after, we decided we were going to do both of them together because EA was kind of short and a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's EA. So we'll start off with Mass Effect Andromeda. That was the title given to the new Mass Effect. No
information
else.
Again. Just
we got nothing else from
spring
that.
2016 and a trailer, and that's it. No gameplay.
Now they showed what they did show from the trailer. If you know, breaking it down in my head, they showed what looked like to be a female shepherd,
a female and a male,
and a male, but a bunch of other shepherd-like characters.
Yeah, not like an actual shepherd.
There was no shepherd character. They all had like armor sets on.
All
them.
N7 soldiers.
Exactly.
A lot of like.
So I'm curious as to what type of game is this going to be. I don't think it's going to be a sequel to the Mass Effect series.
I think I actually read an article. I read it when we were watching Ubisoft. Actually, I forgot to tell you. It's actually based like 200 years after.
Really?
Like initial Mass Effect trilogy. So it's way after the trilogy.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. They said it was a lot of years after the trilogy.
All right, so I mean, we'll
that's
see
all we
how
know
that turns out. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And then there's the Need for Speed reboot, which looked phenomenal. I hate racing games. Unless it's fucking Mario Kart, I don't give a shit. But I want this game.
This game looked phenomenal. They're bringing back everything from what made Need for Speed great. We're getting back full customization of the cars. We're getting back tons of stuff that everybody wanted in past Need for Speed. So it's gonna be good. Yep. Really looking forward to it.
And the graphics.
Oh my god,
the soundtrack. The soundtrack was solid.
It went from like actual real people to gameplay in like a second.
It went from like a cutscene to the gameplay customization. Immediate.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe what I saw.
Yep. And then of course they have for Old Republic fans,
free
expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire. The little teaser looked beautiful.
It looks absolutely
no
fantastic.
gameplay though, right?
It was just a teaser. No
yeah,
gameplay.
It was just a teaser, but the teaser looked really interesting. So
teaser.
I mean, it got me a little hooked. And then Unravel, the new IP by the indie developer.
By this shaky guy who was really nervous, who carries around a doll made of yarn.
According to, what's it called? EA's, who was it? The lead guy or whatever?
Yeah, it was the lead guy who makes the game. He thought of it 2 years prior on a camping trip with yarn.
How he got the yarn, a project he made on a camp.
We don't know how he got the yarn. We haven't figured that out yet.
Essentially, it's supposed to. The way he described it is the red yarn between two people and
life. Certain situations.
He said it was some life thing. I don't know.
He was very he's very into this piece of yarn. I would honestly question like what he was doing with the yarn. I don't know. I was very weirded out by the yarn.
About the game. Unravel is a cute looking game, very similar to Little Big Planet.
Very similar like
a
Ori
platformer.
and the Blind Forest.
Really?
Too.
Right?
Yeah, I got that vibe.
You got that vibe
when I saw it.
Right? So, it's a platformer. It's called Unravel. You play as Yarny. Couldn't think of a more creative
cute name. Yarny.
But the character itself was really cute, and it's a platformer. So you use the yarn as you're able to like stretch it over gaps, and what else did he do?
Like bring together like certain like aspects of the world,
like puzzles,
so, like very puzzle-esque. Sort of Little Big Planet, Ori and the Blind Forest sort of platformer. A little bit of Braid.
Yeah.
That type
now,
of thing.
what I loved about it was that it was 2D, but you had like this 3D background that was interactive.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful scope.
And like there were scenes in the gameplay trailer that they showed where like Yarny would be walking across the field and a crow came and picked him up, and like you see it coming from the background.
But you have no interaction with that side of the world. It's
exactly,
all there, like,
until it comes into this plane of view. So that game looks really interesting. If you're a huge fan of the series of like Little Big Planet or something like that, I think you'll be interested. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, they showed...
Goes without saying, beautiful.
Exactly. They showed the new Horde mode for zombies.
6 new classes.
Right.
In Zomburbia now.
Exactly.
It looks a lot better than Garden
I mean,
Warfare
they added... It looks like Garden Warfare 1, but they added a bunch of new features. I mean, but what more could they have done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what more they could do.
Yeah.
And then Mirror's Edge Catalyst, we saw a small teaser trailer on it, but that was really it and nothing crazy. But it looked beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I have nothing else to say about
Mirror's
that.
Edge, the stream cut out on EA, and I think everybody on Twitch like had a heart attack. It was really fucked up. Yeah. Like, we were just watching it, kept crashing, and I was like, he's like, your internet's a piece of shit. And I was like, no, it's not my internet. And then you go look in the Twitch chat, and like everybody's all mad, like talking shit, like we don't want to see this crap. Give us the stream back.
Yeah, and then of course sports.
We got sports, but I mean, whatever.
Sports.
We had like 20 minutes of this fucking Pele guy.
But sports. The Pele guy? You mean the best FIFA soccer player of all time?
Oh,
sports. All right.
And then he was there talking. I didn't understand a word
about sports.
Fucking saying.
Sport.
Oh my god. Sports.
And then
go check out the Microsoft Xbox One reveal from 2013. You'll see what we're talking about with the sports.
If you haven't seen that.
Fucking hilarious. This guy, all he does is talk about sports.
But that's what this conference was. Anyway, it was sports and sometimes Star Wars.
Sometimes Star Wars.
Speaking of Star Wars, Battlefront. So they showed gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, so the Battlefront
just
gameplay
looks like Battlefield.
As great as beautiful as it was, it looked like what we anticipated, but slightly disappointing.
A little bit disappointing.
It looked like Battlefront, but graphically, like, it felt like Battlefield. It looked like Battlefront, but felt like Battlefield.
And it looked
I don't know what to say.
But like they showed so much like scope prior to the reveal, and it was just like that wasn't really there. I don't know. I thought I was going to see something totally different than what I saw, but I didn't.
Exactly.
I was a little disappointed.
Yes.
I liked it because I missed Battlefront, but I also wasn't like totally blown away by it. Like, wow, I like totally need Battlefront right now.
Right.
But it was cool when you saw Mark Hamill's character. What's his name? Fucking.
Yeah, it's true.
God, I don't know my Star Wars lore.
Anakin?
No, it's
not. That was
Luke. No, Luke. I think it's Luke Skywalker. I'm pretty sure. I hope. If I'm wrong, let me know.
We don't know Star Wars.
I don't know Star Wars.
We saw episode 1, 2, and 3, not the old ones. Leave us alone.
I was maybe like 5 when I saw this. And I had a little like sippy cup to commemorate that I saw the movie. No, but what's it called?
But the big thing about it, besides like just the
40-player multiplayer,
40-player multiplayer, right? Now they're jumping that from Battlefield, which was what 36.
I think it was 32.
32. Okay, so
no. You got 64. I'm sorry, it was 64.
Oh, 64. Okay, so they lowered, but this is bigger for Battlefront, which Battlefront was always just a co-op game.
This is Battlefront.
This is Battlefront.
You
Star Wars.
We'll see more, I guess, as the week goes on. But yeah, I thought it was just Battlefield had a baby with Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean that's really what happened. All right, so that's really it for EA. Like I said, Star Wars and sports.
Yeah.
Now Ubisoft.
I just want to say really fast.
Okay.
Anybody who gets to before our Ubisoft coverage, stay tuned till the end of the video. We have some information we'd like to share about something that's going to happen in the Sony conference.
If you guys are Ubisoft fans.
Well, if you guys are also Final Fantasy fans.
That's right.
With Sony, we have some information.
Oh,
that. That, yeah, we're going to share with you at the end of the video.
Okay. So, Ubisoft
kicked it off with a bang.
Yeah.
With a bang.
So he's going to shit a brick right now.
I didn't breathe for 3 minutes.
We thought
when they showed South Park, the fractured butthole. Oh my god. Matt Stone and Trey Parker always fuck with you and they tell you they're not going to do something, but then they do it. And they actually, said they weren't going to do it. Another game, and then they were like, fuck it, why not? We'll do another game.
Yeah, essentially, according to them, what they said was that they initially were not going to make another game, and then by the end of the Stick of Truth, they were like, well, we kind of know how to make a game now.
We kind of do, so let's make another one.
Why not make another one?
And honestly, it looks...
Now, it's going to follow the superheroes of the Coon series, so it's not like Swords and Magic anymore, it's like superheroes.
But still turn-based RPG.
Exactly. So that's going to be interesting, and they just showed a small clip on that, and they said some things.
It'll just, we'll see how many times it gets delayed before.
Exactly.
Definitely looking forward to it, though. And it's not made by Obsidian anymore. It's made by Ubisoft's in-house Montreal studio. So.
Exactly, which they always make good games. Now, there's also a new IP that they showed, which is For Honor.
Awesome.
Now, if you played a game on PC called Chivalry, it's kind of similar, but more... clunky, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Essentially, what they showed was Vikings, samurais, and medieval Templars fighting against each other in a war.
So think Rise
meets Dynasty Warriors.
Warriors in a weird sort of multiplayer 4v4 experience.
Right, right.
It was kind of it was interesting. in that way.
It looked like it had promise.
It did.
It's a melee heavy game.
A new IP. And it's a new IP. At the
they
end
called
of the
it
day,
a new
it's
genre altogether, so it was really interesting to think about. But yeah, so that is happening, and essentially, like in the gameplay trailer they showed, they had the 4v4, and like it looked. You said it looked like Assassin's Creed.
It did. The movements look very Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the way they run and
the
stuff.
way the guy was moving and everything, it looked very Assassin's Creed.
But the gameplay, now the battle gameplay, like you had him killing NPCs, right, hacking, slashing them, and like just knocking them out, and then you targeted another player and you go into like this stance and it's like a full-on battle, like 1v1, but then like he ran away, the other player followed him, and it became like the player versus player battle, and you had this 2v2 thing going on.
It was very like interesting, and like
it looked tactical. It looked extremely
really
tactical.
According to them on the stage, it was actually happening live time.
Yeah.
Now I'm not like completely sure that that's true. I mean, you just never know.
Right.
Because they're always like, getting mad tactical while they're playing on easy mode, and like then it cuts to a random cutscenes. I really don't know. Even though it did look really good.
Yeah.
It definitely looked like Dynasty Warriors.
No, it's exciting to see a new IP claiming to bring about a new genre. So we'll see what they bring with that. It looked like it had promise though.
Yeah. If you go onto their website, forhonorgame.com, I believe the website is, you can register for beta access.
Exactly.
End of the year. So.
Yep. And then
the crew expansion, nobody cares. Next topic.
Trials Fusion. Now, if you guys are a fan of Trials Evolution or Trials Fusion,
it was
a
fucking cat on a unicorn.
Okay.
Or a
Why
horse.
you gotta ruin it?
It was a fucking...
It was... Okay.
I don't know.
I shit you not. So they start off the trailer. It's like epic. You see the horse running, and then it pans up to like a golden gun.
So like,
and you're like,
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, and it's like, what is this gonna be? It's a golden gun, and then it's like it pans out, and it's like a fucking cat with a golden gun riding a unicorn that's breathing fire, and just rainbows, explosions everywhere.
It was fucking
and it's just
strange.
fucking Trials Fusion expansion. Like,
awesome
level
max.
That's what
with like a Puss in Boots on a horse.
Yeah, on the 14th of July.
I couldn't believe it. I'd rather it be Donkey. Yeah, actually,
Donkey.
14th of July. It'll be out for everybody.
And it just looks so over the top, and you'd expect that from Trials Fusion.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what I mean? Also, expect to scream at yourself as you play this game,
I love
and
that
possibly toss your controller.
I actually beat every level on hard.
Fuck you. He's a liar.
No, I'm not lying. I'm dead serious.
I
I'll show you guys a save. I'm not lying. Now we finally have a release date that we can share with Division and real gameplay, even though it was a complete downgrade. I'm not gonna
it looked cool though.
It looked good. It was very much downgrade, typical Ubisoft fashion. Never expect anything from them. March 8th for the Division.